Ladies and gentlemen, a second pre-release for Minecraft 1.14, the Village and Pillage update has been released. My name is slicedlime. As usual, I'm here to guide you through all of the changes in this version, but this time I'm a little bit late. I'm sorry about that. I've been on roughly 20 hours of flight to my vacation since this version was released and not been able to do this video until now. Anyway, let's start with gameplay changes in this version. The Pillager's banner is now called the Ominous banner instead, and a couple of advancements related to that have been added. One is a normal advancement called Voluntary Exile for killing a raid captain, with a note, maybe consider staying away from villagers for the time being. Linked on from that is a challenge advancement, Hero of the Village, for defeating a raid. There are 3 new statistics in this version as well for interacting with cartography tables, looms and stonecutters. A couple of fixes for grindstones. If you used it to remove an enchantment off of an item and then stuck the same item into an anvil, then the XP price to add new enchantments to it hadn't decreased. And if you put a single non-enchanted item into the grindstone user interface, then it would appear unchanged in the output slot. A couple of fixes to cartography tables as well. They didn't update when cloning maps, and you could also not use them to lock maps. If you sheared tall seagrass, then you didn't get seagrass. If you destroyed a shulker box in creative mode, then it disappeared entirely instead of dropping as an item. If you held a food item that is also seed that you can also plant, such as a potato or a carrot, then you couldn't eat it if you were also looking at a block. And in certain circumstances, you could end up in the same bed as a villager. It's fixed in this pre-release. World fixes. The super flat preset The Void had a single missing block. All town centers and villages generated 1 block too low into the ground. That would create holes inside of super flat worlds. When generating ocean, then there were some lighting errors that led to bright spots existing underwater. Speaking of water, if you got a suspicious stew of saturation from a shipwreck, then it would have the wrong duration. Mob fixes in this version. The Wandering Trader and Trader Llamas would spawn even if you were in a void biome. A bunch of fixes to foxes. The heads of foxes would never move. The fox body model was 2 pixels higher when sleeping, and the baby fox hitbox was shifted and their heads were off-center. And if you killed a baby fox, you monster, then they didn't drop the item they were holding. The polar bear attack sound never changed pitch, even if the roar came from a baby polar bear. And zombie villagers in certain biomes would spawn without their biome-specific skins. Finally, 2 fixes to villagers. Farmer villagers didn't look at the plants while they were working, and they also didn't immediately replant crops, both of those fixed in this pre-release. And let's wrap up with user interface fixes. For the last several versions there's been a problem on macOS when scrolling through the hotbar that's behaved weirdly. There's now a new mouse settings page inside of the options screen. It contains sliders for sensitivity, scroll sensitivity, and a discrete scrolling option. Those should help you customize your options for scrolling. A single user interface fix as well. If you switch the recipe book in Smokers between the showing all and showing smokable mode, then nothing happened. And those are all the changes in Minecraft 1.14 pre-release 2. Keep in mind, pre-releases are less well tested than normal versions, so if you try this version, do so on a test world or on a backup of your world. If you want to try this out and you don't know how to, then click on the link on the video right now. That'll take you to a tutorial video about how to get and play a snapshot. And while this version is called a pre-release, it technically counts as a snapshot still. And that's all from me for this time. My name is slicedlime, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching, take care, bye bye.